Welcome to Hangover Airbrush. This is the channel that teaches you the shortcuts, the tips and the tricks, and the cheapo methods to show you how to airbrush and how to become a better airbrush artist. Today, I'm going to be working on ghost flames. Now, I was getting a little flack from the guys on the internet. Want to know if I masked out everything all the time with vinyl stencils. The short answer, no. The reason I use vinyl stencils in the videos is because it's cheaper and it's faster than using masking tape all the time. I mean, think, how long would these videos and how much production effort would have to go into these videos if I was using masking tape? I happen to have a vinyl cutter. I can get this this vinyl mask for fairly cheap, and this is a test panel. This is a nothing project. I'm going to wash it off at the end of the video. All the paint's going to go away, and I'll use it again on the next video. So for me to actually put any kind of real time and real effort into a piece of art that isn't going to be around, just to me seems a little ridiculous. The point of the videos is not for me to show you how good of an artist I am. The point of the video is to show you guys how to do the things that you maybe don't know how to do just yet, and to get the ideas and the tips behind it so that you can use it in your artwork. So, having said that little bit, we're going to use the same old technique that we've been using to put the vinyl mask on. Again, if you wanted to use masking tape, there is no problem with that. And masking tape is going to give you a lot more of a custom design rather than something I just plotted out. So first thing we're going to do, going to take our masking tape, secure our stencil in place where we want it, peel this guy back out of the way. I like to fold it over just a little bit, holds it, keeps it out of the place. Get our trusty letter opener, one-handed operation. We'll splash a glass cleaner. And then any little straight edge you got will do just fine. I got this panel for free because it's damaged. And I would imagine if you go to a junkyard or something of the sort, you could probably find a panel similar. I would be willing to bet dollars to donuts that you could pick up a damaged panel from a junkyard or Craigslist or some other place for next to nothing, and they make great practice panels. Move our masking tape to that side. Peel this guy back. Change this over to spray instead of squirt. And I like to start in the center. Across the center, and then try to work out any little bubbles that you may get. Whoops, I needed that. So now that this is done, we can move it out of the way. I'm going to get the air bubbles out. You want to get the window cleaner out from underneath the vinyl. So now that that's all down, remove the tape, split the end, and let that wrap the corner so that it looks nice. Alright, now that the hard part's done, we can move on to the easy part, which is the painting. This is a white panel, so we're going to use a white pearl. And basically you just want the metal flake. We don't want to do a whole color change on it because we want the flames to be ghosted. So the little tiny metal flakes, or the pearl, in the pearl paint will do just fine for that. So we're just going to dust on a little bit of pearl here. don't know if you can see down there, but that's that's what we're going for. A lot of times that's pretty much all you need. Maybe one more layer because I've already got it mixed up in the gun. But the thing about pearls is you definitely want to cover, you want to mask things you normally wouldn't mask. This stuff, the overspray goes everywhere and it's nasty stuff. Yeah, let me go wash this out and peel off the mask, take it outside, and I'll show you another trick. Stick around. So here we go, moment of truth. So there we go. Kind of see a little bit of something there. Let's see what it looks like outside. Alright, so now the secret that I was telling you about. You can get a good idea of what your artwork's going to look like under a clear just by spraying a little bit of water on it. Obviously we're not going to keep this panel or I wouldn't be spraying water on it. A little bit of soap. We'll let it settle down and we'll come back and look at it and see what it would have looked like had I cleared it. The little chunks of pearl are usually a little too big for a fine tip airbrush. So if you're going to shoot pearls or metal flake, you need something with a relatively big nozzle size. This is what I used on this project and it worked extremely well for me. It's got the fan air cap on the front, which makes a nice oval shaped pattern, up to 3 inches I think is what they claim. The trigger stop on the back that makes sure that the same amount of paint flow happens each time on each pass. They also include in this in the set is a 0.66 millimeter nozzle and needle set, so it really excels in a project like this. It was perfect tool for the job. Say your panel was red and you wanted to shoot the whole effect over red, I would have used a pearl red and just dusted that over the top. Now this does have a pigment in there, so it will change the color. We don't want that. We want the panel to retain its normal color. We just want to add a little bit of pearl in the areas where we want them, and that's going to help make our ghost effect subtle. So there you go. Final thoughts, just to recap. If you really want to thin down your pearl, whatever color pearl that you're going to use, or a metal flake, if you really want to thin it down, you could dilute it with reducer and a clear. This is a clear top coat, so you could reduce it with that, and that will just give that'll give your paint a little bit more body and not quite so much color. After the whole thing's said and done, if you shot a white pearl, white metal flake, whatever, over top of a white panel, you could cover the whole thing with a nice candy, and that's really going to be a nice effect. But the name of the game with ghost flames is enough is enough. Subtle sometimes is better. Ghost flames aren't meant to, especially with a pearl, They're not going to disappear. They're not going to change color. This isn't a flip-flop paint. It's not going to change from purple to green. It's a completely different paint altogether. But a pearl or a metal flake you can use for a less subtle ghost flame. So I hope this helps you out, and thanks for watching. Go to my main page, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and there's a Facebook button on there. You can like me there, and then that will also keep you posted as to when the new videos come out, and basically what's going on in the world of hangover airbrush. Later.